Have you ever wanted to send out hordes of soldiers across the desert to defeat your distant neighbors? Do you want to build up villages, all for the sole purpose of conquest? And do populations mean nothing to you in your desperate search for domination? Then Desert Kingdoms 2, available on Steam, may just be your therapy. What's up, everybody? This is the Common Quester, and today we're playing Desert Kingdoms 2 by good old developer Marcus Fink for a whopping $5 on Steam. This little game's a gem. We're gonna jump into it here with a little skirmish. Basically, you have little guys that are gonna jump through the map and conquer little kingdoms to create a Desert Kingdom 2. You can select all these different things. Right now they're fine with the default. You can have the Immortals, Royal Guards, and Archers, just to kind of clarify your play style. We're going to go with Immortals, High Aggro, and High Assault. Let's jump into the gameplay here with Desert Kingdoms 2. So, basic gameplay is, you start out with a little well, a humble abode in the middle of the vast unknown. You got wood, stone, iron, and one little horsey over here. So basically, the core game loop is you gotta first find other settlements. Right now, it seems like there may or may not be a settlement over here. So we're going to send out a little spy or a little guy, but there is. So how this is gonna work, we're gonna split our settlement in half, and half of the people are gonna migrate over to there. We can also upgrade this village and add little buildings to it. Right now, I'm going to add a little market to this place that consumes people. People die to create this little market. Basically, the core economics of this game is population control, as you try to dominate little sectors of the desert that are habitable. You need 11 people to create a little well, which will then generate more people as time goes on. So now that this has 20, or 22, over 22, we're gonna split that in half and spread them over there. You can also build things like houses, which are going to increase the amount of people that can be in each settlement. And I basically explained about 80% of the game loop so far. It's a pretty simple game, really fun. You got little stones you can harvest, so we can make them just harvest stones. So now we're gonna have some input from stones. And then with the gold that this little building's generating, we can buy things like more wood. It's pretty expensive, but we can do it. Balance will be -60. I don't think we can quite get there. Actually, wait. We can probably. Confirm. Yes, now that we have 10 wood, we can buy more things. Here's another settlement. And just in time for them to split in half again, creating a new one. And another one. So, as the game progresses, eventually we're going to run into some rival kingdoms, and then it gets a little spicy because we're going to have to defend ourselves against them. We're going to have them harvesting wood, so we got some wood over there. So you're basically like a virus, constantly splitting off and multiplying across the cells of this land. I guess you could think of it like that. That's a pretty dark take on this game, but that'd be the idea. When this icon appears, basically it means you can build different things. Like we're going to create some wood over here. They can create traps, which is from more wood. Early game, you really want to split off in as much as you possibly can into different territories. Like we're going to send them over there. You got your basic unit, which is your settler. As you can imagine, they don't do a lot of damage, but they can settle for sure. We got a little scout here. All they do is just try to find new lands for us to settle. And it looks like we're burgeoning on the edge of some enemy empire. So that means this is going to be more or less our frontier settlement. As you can see, they are busy as well, doing exactly what we're doing. So to expedite this, and another one. So there are 3 enemies in this game, and we're going to see if we can fend them off completely. So we're going to add some defense over here to this settlement. They're going to go over here. Barbarian invasion, they usually come out at the corners of the map, on the fringes of the known world. They want this settlement. Well, not if I have anything to say about it. because I'm going to create a watchtower. I'm going to build my defenses up on the corners of civilization itself. Early game, stone and wood, of course, are going to be your big modifiers. So now my little watchtower is picking off their settlers as they pass. This is probably not nearly enough to attack them with, but it will decrease the amount of numbers 1 for 1. So we have our first engagement. I sent them all to their deaths. Rough. That's rough, bud. So eventually this is going to be a big old attack, like everyone attack one settlement at once kind of game. Right now, they're not doing a whole lot in this settlement, so I might just equip them. Oh, I don't have any swords or anything. Maybe do I have that? So I just sent out my first raiding party. I didn't have a lot of horses, so not all the 50% went, but I had a good amount. Let's increase this, and let's have them build that stuff. So you also have to realize that if you build way too much at a settlement too fast, it does reduce their population, leaving them vulnerable to attack. My little desert raiders didn't do a whole lot. Now, how do you win or lose this game? You have a little king. So you lose if the settlement that holds your little crown is toppled. And you can move the king with this little icon here. High risk, high reward, moving the king. So let's do this. We're going to build up our population, and we're not going to take this settlement. So a lot of it is I'm just sending out droves of 4 settlers. I'm going to get a few more. I do 1 more stone. Oh, perfect. Now I can upgrade this, and they can build now more buildings. What we're going to do is send just droves and droves of settlers to get into this town. Hopefully it'll overwhelm their population, thus converting it to mine. There's only one way to find out. They all converge at the same time. And got it. So captured it with just overwhelming sheer numbers. Not a lot of strategy involved there, but enough to get us going. So now we're going to include things like a barracks system. So these barracks are going to upgrade our basic units so that they're no longer going to be just settlers leaving the town, but they're actually going to be militias, which are slightly better. We're going to do the same strategy, attacking with most of our mostly just settlers at this point, until they reach there, and then we're going to switch over to militia, and they're going to join their ranks. The militia have little swords, and wait for them and engage. So we have a good contingent going over here. Now we got to check our northern border. Let's see, do we claim it? Droves and droves of death. And we overwhelm them. And we actually have more than we need. We're going to build 2 houses there. That's going to be quite a big settlement. Oh, now we're under attack. They just send out feeler units? I don't know. That was a pretty skimpy attack. Now, as you notice, I can see the numbers on mine, but they can't see it on... they can't see it, and I can't see their numbers. So, we're just trying to figure out who has the proper defenses, who's going to be an easy target at this point. While that goes, I'm going to upgrade some of my inmost settlements and then send them to the front, more or less. So I'm going to send them to this settlement. So where these villagers will become mighty warriors when they reach there. Now, basically you can train them into different types of units. So that's going to do different amounts of damage. So you see how they probably didn't send out too many, but they did a good amount of damage over here. We're going to increase them, and we're going to increase their capacity. So we're getting attacked pretty good. So we're going to send some reinforcements to them. And we're going to go after them here. Ooh, bold strategy. So you can see I'm sending out, oh, they just converted it, but I think we're going to take it back. I'm sending out currently 70% of my units all at once. Yeah, we just got it back easily. So what that means is I just empty out the settlement by 60%, and they're going to all go out. So now, what that means, it's left with only 25% to defend it. And here we have natural disasters, which can destroy units en route to wherever they're going, just like they did in the back of these guys. But I'm pretty confident that we are going to get there before too much of it comes. Yes. So those are just randomly going out throughout the map. They want to take that bad boy, but we're not going to let them. In fact, we're going to counter-strike. Counter-strike, counter-strike. So, you see here, these people are basically useless to me, so I need to get them to the front in fighting order, and I need to make sure the front is ready to accommodate them. So there we go. Sending out some militias. They're getting picked off. It's not going to be a whole lot, but it might be enough. They're taking advantage of the situation. Will it be enough? Yes, overwhelmed. But wait, another rival kingdom has come to attack. Oh no. Will they be able to take it? Set up another watchtower. Hopefully it's enough to defend the kingdom. Yes, yes it is. So with this overwhelming force, we are now going to just flood them with people. Oh, and a storm just comes right there and slaughters every single one of them. That's rough. And that's just how the game goes. So they have a pretty beefy settlement over here with some defense. It looks like their king may or may not be planted there. So what do we do with that? We send all of our units to a neighboring kingdom and basically just send them all out. I'm going to send as many as I can, training them, trying to buff them up a little bit more than usual. Oh wow, they're really going for here. They want that settlement, but I don't want to give it to them. So let's see. That looks like they're going to take it too. Yes, they did just take it. However, we are going to strike back with overwhelming force. Retake this bad boy. Ooh, it's a struggle, but we tipped it in our favor. And take their beefy settlement. Nice. Accommodate the people who are coming in. Picking off the rest. In fact, let's just send half of them out to attack more of them. Good. Now, of course, I'm forgetting these guys in the back here. You eventually have to manage a lot of settlements. So what we're going to do is send most of our guys attacking at once. So we're going to cross the entire desert, droves of my units attacking all at once. Now here, this settlement's been built up enough where we can have things like a treasury or a temple, which gives us basically different buffs that we can use for later on. What I'm really interested in is a town wall, which, while it takes a lot of stone, is really useful because basically they will die upon the walls and not overcome them. Great, now that we've reached these settlements, we are going to make sure they are as beefed up as possible before striking them down over here. I may have not. There. So, now they're going to produce militia. So, a lot of it is timing, such that you have to just time the amount of hordes, and a natural disaster may destroy them all, but that's okay. I saw something over there. We're just going to send them all over there. And if they cross in the middle of the desert, then they get involved with each other and attack. And since they just went through them like butter. Oh my goodness. Yes, settlers are not great for attacking, as you may have noticed. They don't have a lot of strategy. Oh, we took it over, and we are overwhelming them with our numbers here. Well, good, because we're going to need it. Because they do not like the fact that we just did that. We're going to upgrade it. Oh no! A storm! I am now cut off from my little colony. That is not great. Okay, converging. Oh no, I forgot to make them better. Oh, it's alright. Send out half of everybody out. I feel very confident in our defenses in the back, so I'm going to just increase the number we send out and send as many as possible, almost, to the front lines. And from that point, we will send out droves and droves. I'm going to go full aggro here with these ones. Oh, I lost that little settlement. That's okay. Oh, he crept up on me over here. I'm sending now everyone out. Bold strategy, but one that hopefully pans out for me. Now I'm not really, there are probably many more strategies you can use. As you can see, I have basically maxed out the iron, but I haven't used many soldiers. So you can win the wars with just using militias, as we are here, just overwhelming them with militias. Or you can send out cleverer units. There. Such as soldiers. Let's send them out over here. Let's upgrade and build some defense over here. Oh, we're getting slaughtered. No, they left at the completely wrong time. So this game does throw a good amount. Oh, look, that must be their capital. This game does throw a good amount of difference in each playthrough. It's a fun little game, especially if you're playing it like at the airport or something. You just want to have a fun, chill time. A good game for that. You can turn off the natural disasters so they're not as crazy. Like right now, I'm getting just pelted with different, like these guys probably not going to last, with different natural sand, with these sandstorms here, just decimating my people. And my strategy is pretty rudimentary. It is just click and go. Like we're just going to all attack this one. Oh no, a settlement was lost. Where? Ooh, now they're defending it. Ooh, and we continue. And building a wall here, we have a little more defense. But the game eventually does turn into a little bit of a slog as you try to just defeat your enemy as quickly as possible. And that doesn't always work out in the way you thought it might. Now we're going to assault the big one. Send in the cavalry in the back. And then once they are in sight, we go with the immortals. All or nothing. Charge! Everything. Fire everything. You could probably get, I think you can get siege units eventually, but right now we're just going to horde them Thermopylae style. Oh, looks like they had way too many. Oh, we destroyed their walls. Is it enough? Oh, whoops. Send in the militia. Send in everything. Rush them. Crush them. And our northern border are pretty secure. I mean, they don't really do a whole bunch of damage. And claimed. And the enemy king is dead. Now for the next adventure. Basically, you're trying to figure out where are these enemy kingdoms at. And we're going to flood their free settlements. You can hear the screams. Oh no, I just sent a bunch of villagers to their deaths. Probably reinforce them. And I did it again. But now is the fun part where we can just swarm everyone and just send them all out to one settlement, overwhelming them with complete annihilation. And the game gets really laggy at this point. Unless you zoom in, it kind of helps. But there are a lot of little guys going on the stage. And is it enough? Oh, ultimately it's not. Kind of fun to watch though. And claimed. Where is your king? Bring out your king. They are trying a similar strategy. And send in everyone. And send out everyone. Lots of resources to manage. They don't mean a whole lot in the end. They do mean some. Let's just send them all there. And here's the part where we just send out hordes and hordes of militias all at once, completely overwhelming the enemy. Oh, here's a slaughter point. Goodness gracious. And more. Taken them all out. Every single one of them. Ironically, oh no, they didn't. They didn't capture it. Sometimes you can capture it while your units are leaving. And we are just going to send them all there. More. One to this one. I don't care what the costs. I want it. Give it to me. Converge. Take them. Converge. Taken. Oh, this must be their kingdom. Funny how they only make one walled kingdom. Well, guess where we're going, everyone. Now, I wish we had to select all, but we don't. We can only select one at a time, and we're going to just mob their kingdom, totally bypassing. Well, I'll take that one too. Why not? We're all just going to beeline for their king. Everyone all at once. End game scenario. And why not? Let's give them some horses. Horse boys from the far reaches. Assemble. Oh no, they claimed it. I took them out right as they were going in. That is funny. No matter. And the great assault begins. But it doesn't. More units. And across my desert empire. My defenses are crumbling. I send everyone. The settlers, the militia. Barbarian invasion. Settlement lost. It matters not to me. Their defenses were strong. But my resolve was stronger. And they have lost. Now, presumably there's another kingdom out there, but I think we all get the idea. Desert Kingdoms 2 is a fun game. Oh, there we have it. You have conquered the desert. Desert Kingdoms 2, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you all enjoyed. Please like and subscribe for more videos like this, and you all have a great rest of your day.